Hello everyone, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this paper crafting tutorial. Today we are making this lovely box that you can see here, and it comes off with a little belly band and it's a pizza style box, and that means it opens up and it's all made one piece of cardstock, so it opens up like that and then folds again back down like that, and then you've got your lovely little belly band as well, just for some extra decoration. There we go. So let me show you how to make it. We're going to need our Simply Scored scoring tool, and I've got here, I'm going to use my thinner end of my stylus because I'm using cardstock, use the fatter end for paper, and I've got a piece here of gorgeous grape cardstock that measures 11.5 inches by 8 inches. That's nearly the full size of an A4 sheet, and we are going to score at 1.5 inches, 5 inches rather, so 1.5 and 5, 6.5, just jump the track there, 6.5, and then 10 inches. Turn it over onto the short side into portrait mode, and we are going to score at 1.5 inches on either side. So we're going to do 1.5 inches twisted 180 degrees and 1.5 inches again, just like that. So that is all of our scoring done. So let's get rid of the scoring tool, and now we are going to fold on all of these score lines quickly. I don't know where my other bone folder is. I think it's downstairs, so I'm going to use this one for now. And I recently lost a bone folder, so I don't have my normal one up here. It fell down the back of my desk, and my desk is made up of 2 sets of drawers with a desk with a tabletop on top of it. So to move it, I have to try and move the drawers, and that I just can't do. So I did try and crawl underneath the desk to see if I could get to it, but no such luck. So for now, it's lost. Oh well. Okay, back to our box. We're going to do some cutting. So in the horizontal or landscape position, we are going to go along the bottom here, and every score line you find, you're going to cut along that score line up to the score line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll see you've got these 3 little small tabs here, and you want to mitre these, and that basically means cutting a little angle cut, just like that. Okay, you do it on both sides, just a small little piece. Doesn't have to be precise, but this will help your box fold together much more easily than if you don't do it. So we're going to do the same on all of our 3 little tabs here, and then we're going to do exactly what we've done here on the other side of the box, and I'll be back in a second when that's done. Okay, so we've cut out, as you can see, all our little tabs. So now we're going to put our Designer Series paper on, and this is the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper, and you'll find all the measurements for this, as I said, in the description box below. So let's put a piece on here. So I'm going to use some glue. Stick this. This is going to be one of the big rectangles. Doesn't really matter at this point, but everything is symmetrical on your box. Okay, and then we're going to have a piece here, so I'm going to put this one here. And make sure you remember your orientation. So this piece is going to be like that, but this piece here is going to have to be in the opposite direction, like that. If your paper doesn't have a direction, then you don't need to worry. Okay. And then I'm just going to put the smaller pieces here on the sides. Now it's much easier to put your paper down before you stick your box together, because then you've got a nice flat surface to stick everything down to. So last one here. Okay, you can see here, I'm just looking at this one and I can see I've not cut very straight, so I'm just going to take out the smallest hair of a piece. Just a tiny bit there, you can hardly see it on the camera. Okay, so now we're going to build our box. So we're going to first put some glue on these outside tabs here at the end, and then you're just going to bring in your outside tab down to meet that wall there. Fold this up, and you want this area, this corner, to be nice and squared off, so it's a nice all at nice right angles to each other. So the same there, and then we're going to do the same here on the bottom. Just like that. Like that. And then you can decide if you want your I'm going to fold these two pieces in and put glue. Now you can have your you could have had these pieces folding on the outside or the inside of your box. I find them easier on the inside, on the outside I should rather say. So again, we're just squaring that off here. And this builds the back of our box, so I'm going to put glue here again. My glue wants to play ball. Give it a good pinch to hold it in place. And then you're going to just fold your box down, and there you go. Isn't that nice? Easy peasy lemon to squeezy. So set that aside, and we're going to make our belly band now. So I'm going to use, should I use this? Yeah, why not? Piece of Highland Heather, and I've got here just a scrap, and I'm going to cut a piece that measures 1 inch by the full length of an A4 sheet. But you need quite a big belly band. And then I'm going to join these two pieces together. So I'm just going to put glue. That's way too much glue. Where's a bit of tissue? Well, actually, I'm going to just put a bit of glue. I'm going to join these two pieces together. You just want to make sure everything is straight, and that's not straight at all. So just keep everything as straight as you can. I'm just going to wipe off any excess glue. This will all be hidden anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Give it a good press. Okay, so I'm going to bring in our box now, and I'm going to have that seam underneath my sentiment. So I'm going to centre it there, and then I'm going to just fold this round and fold this round and pinch it where it is on the sides. And then I know it's going to fold over somewhere around here, so I don't need all this excess. So I get rid of those bits, and then that's going to fold over here. So now I've got my pinch lines. I can fold on those pinch lines and find my bone folder and reinforce them. Find the next one, and just make sure you keep everything straight when you're doing this. And find the next slot. this one here. Okay, and then we can go back to our box. And make sure it's all nicely in place. We don't need so much carry over. There we go, that's better. We don't need so much folded over. Oops. So again, I'm going to use some glue. The top of one, the bottom of the other. And just make sure it's not too tight so you can get your box. It can move. So there it can move. So there we go. That's fine. So now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And the stamps that we're going to be using is one I've used many a time. It's called Simply Said. Sorry about the noise, and it's this one here. We're going to use Birthday Wishes. So let's get a block out and use our grid paper to get things straight, or as straight as we can. And we need a scrap piece of basic white cardstock. This will do here. And we're going to be stamping in Gorgeous Grey Pink, which is this one. So let's stamp that. Lovely. And just give that a little clean up as we go along. You know I'm a great believer in cleaning up as you go along. Saves many accidents of dropping things in an ink pad or on a dirty stamp. So let's close that up. And then I'm going to punch it out using the labelled with love, not lump, punch. Just centre that. There we go. Okay, bring back our box, and I'm just going to put it in the centre here. But I'm actually going to this time I think pop it up. So I'm not going to put dimensionals on the sentiment. I'm going to put them on the belly band. I mean, not put glue, I should say. I'm going to put it on the belly band so that I get it only on the belly band and not somewhere else. Let's get these backings off. And then we're just going to take our sentiment, put it down there. Okay. And then I'm going to use some finishing touches. I'm going to use some rhinestones. There we go. I'm going to use some on the dot of the eyes. There we go. Now my last box I did add a little bit of extra embellishment next to the sentiment, but I think I'm going to leave it blank this time. You can tell me which you prefer. Here I use some of the ephemera from the Fully Flowering ephemera pack. This time I'm going to leave it just as it is, and you can tell me which you prefer, A or B. So I hope you've enjoyed this paper crafting tutorial showing you how to make this lovely lavender gift box. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and hit that subscribe button. If you wanted more information about the project, the supplies, the measurements, etc., it's all on the blog post, and everything is linked in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.